Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Life of Wonders. As you know, this is Polo, and I love making videos of dolls, toys, and Disney collectibles. And as always, if you like this kind of content and you feel like supporting the channel, then you already know what to do. So today we will be covering the unboxing and detailed review of the newly released ILY 4EVER fashion pack that is themed after the attraction of the Haunted Mansion, specifically the one at Disneyland Resort in California, because that is the very same one in which they've based the live action movie, and I think it's also coexisting with the merchandise of that movie that will be released in the next few days. So anyway, this is one of my favorite attractions in all different Disney parks, and I've also explored the Mystic Manor in Hong Kong Disneyland. And yeah, like I'm a huge fan of this format, and I'm super happy that they've decided to extend the themes to attractions and other characters. Um, Away from the princesses that was the original idea of it. So I'm very, very excited to see and to explore all these fashion and accessory packs. So this is the box. We find the specification of it being inspired by the Haunted Mansion, the logo of ILY 4EVER, the Haunted Mansion sort of like crest, I would say. And then I also very much like the wallpaper, which is exactly the same used for the attraction, and it's the background piece that they've used. All the pieces are there, and then right over here we find a piece of artwork, and this is actually all right. So okay, so they've made it because the thing is, right over here we find the Haunted Mansion that that's part of Disneyland California, and then this is the one that is present in both Tokyo and I believe the Magic Kingdom in Orlando. I think they both have the very same one. So this is very cool, right? And then once again, you can cut these pieces and create bookmarks. That would be really nice. Here we find one of the previous characters wearing this outfit, and already you can see how very nicely fits an ILY 4EVER doll. But I will be trying it out on other dolls, so you can also see how well it could fit um, well other dolls that we all love. And yeah, this is like the same piece of artwork, and then right there we can read, show off the Haunted Mansion vibes in you with Disney LA Forever. So I will take everything out and we'll take it from there. Alright, so here we have all the components out of the box, and we can explore them in detail before I try them on different dolls. So we're going to be checking out how this full outfit could fit different dolls. The first thing that we see is the Mickey or Minnie ears that are themed after the Haunted Mansion, and it's cool. I mean, I wish those lines were also textured because there's a little bit of a chip there, and I feel that they're going to be a bit fragile in general when handling them. So I don't know. On the back we have like these two ghosts, I guess, and then the ILY 4EVER logo. Then it comes with this necklace that is supposed to, I think it's supposed to be a bat, because I'm not sure if that is a door knocker sort of thing. I think it's just the bat, and it goes around the neck. And then the outfit has like these three main pieces. There is the underskirt with the scary looking cut that is supposed to be see-through the shirt, because the shirt is like made out of these like organza material, meshy material. So if you were to use this just on its own, you will like basically it will be translucent or transparent to what's underneath. So I don't think that is the purpose. um I like it, but it's a bit stiff, I have to say. And then the color, the Peter Pan color, um, isn't like hemmed or anything. It's just like um cut, and it's heat sealed, I would say. And then there's a couple of roses there that get your attention because those are very vibrant in color as opposed to the um, black and white other colors that we can see. And then there's velcro on the back. Let's see how this looks on a doll. Then we have the pleated skirt that I think it might be the favorite among fans and collectors, because this is like a direct reference to the wallpaper that we can find throughout the attraction. So it's really cool. The pleats are only prominent on the front though, so not really in the back. But anyway, I mean, I like the combination of color. It's not quite the same, I would say, as the wallpaper from the attraction. I think that is more of a purple color, but it's reminiscent of that. And then we have these knee-high socks that are made out of a netty material. So this is more like a meshy, and this is more of a net fishnet material. And the shoes are cool. They're supposed to be like these classic shoes. The painting could be better in my opinion. I think especially when there is black and white on its own. If it's not like perfect, it's very noticeable. So there is a little bit of like a heel to it, as it has like a platform, and the platform, or the sole itself, it's more of a brown color. So those are the shoes. And then the last component that we find is this Madame Leota ball. That is not a ball, but it's supposed to resemble the crystal ball, and it's in the shape of a bag. And I like the fact that they use these transparent chain bits, so it's almost like it's suspended in the air. And that is something I like. The one thing I would have loved though is like the printing of Madame Leota in both sides, but as with the ears, on the other side we can find like this ghost, and then the ILY 4EVER logo, and those touches is transparent, and then it has a little bit of like an opening, so you can slide something small on the inside. I like the inclusion of the character, as part, it's a direct reference. And again, I love the effect of the ball being suspended in the air because of the construction of it. So now we're going to be trying it on an Ellie Forever doll. Okay, so here we can see how these pieces look on an actual Ellie Forever doll. I chose my Snow White inspired doll because I just love her so much, and she's going to be my muse. And I have to say that I like it much more than I originally thought I would. Because like when I was inspecting the individual pieces, I was feeling a bit down, but when it's like actually used on a one of the dolls, it looks perfect. It's just like it's blowing my mind right now, really, because even the imperfections are not as noticeable when these pieces are on the doll. So the first thing that we notice is the ears that work perfectly for her hairdo, and then the transparency of the blouse and the inner shirt is just so amazing. It's just like letting it being seen, but very, very subtle. Like there is like it feels like there's a special effect, because I thought it would be more like in your face, but it isn't. Like it's again, it's very subtle, and I like the way it looks. Then the color looks okay. The puffy sleeves look all right as well. I have to say that my top is not like symmetrical, but that is not a problem because the skirt evens that sort of like imperfection. So if the skirt was like lower than that, it might have been noticeable, but because the skirt has like a high waist line, then it balances it very nicely, and then the necklace um, look just like right where it's supposed to be, and it looks perfect to me. And then the skirt has its pleats, but they're not as accentuated, so it's like it's got pleats, but it's like very subtle once again, and then it's almost like there is some flair to there's some movement to it as opposed to just like very strict pleats, and that is something I like. And then the fishnet stockings look amazing. Obviously, so much better than on their own. And the shoes look also really cool. I mean, I know that the painting isn't perfect, but then when they're on, you hardly notice that because I think that there's just so much going on that it makes out for it. And then, of course, there's the crystal ball with Madame Leota on the inside, and I love the way the effect is almost like there's a few special effects here. So the effect of the double shirt, the effect of the crystal ball being suspended or following her. I don't know, I very much like it, I have to say. And now I will be trying it on another doll. And here we can appreciate how these pieces would actually fit a standard size Barbie, and I'm very nicely surprised by it. I really am. So I use my Millie with braces that I actually gave some articulation before. She's having a Barbie extra body, and she was, a fashionista with no hardly no articulation, and she looks perfect. It's almost like Barbie as a teen going to Disney parks and having a great time. And the outfit on itself looks so amazing, even though there are pieces that are not meant for the proportions of Barbie, but in general, I think I mean, it could definitely pass. So, the first thing are the ears, which are holding themselves like in place. I don't know if it's like the hair, or I don't know, I really don't know what it is because they're just been there and staying in place, which is amazing. And then for the top, you can see what I was talking about earlier. So there's this asymmetric cut that it was less noticeable in the previous doll, but in this one here, you can see that it isn't perfect, although that's fine because it's a very casual look. The Peter Pan color tends to go up because the necklace, I mean, the thing is sewn onto the back in such way that the necklace can go all the way around, and that is why it's lifted a little bit. But I still love this see-through moment that we have here without being so much like in your face. Then the skirt fits perfectly. I would say the skirt, it's like a perfect fit for any given standard size Barbie doll, for high waisted and everything. I mean, it's perfection. And then the knee high socks are also perfect in my opinion. They look pretty good. Obviously, Barbie is so much thinner, so they could definitely fit a curvy one as well as the shoes, because the shoes are a little bit like wobbly, but they're staying in place because this doll does not have ankle articulation, so the feet are flat instead of pointy, and that is why they're kept, because the proportions are almost there, like ever so slightly bigger. So I would say that for a curvy one, these would work perfectly as well, in my opinion, at least for, displaying purposes, not like playing around and moving the doll places, but for displaying purposes, it looks perfect. And then the bag looks also amazing. I mean, I'm very happy with the results on a standard size Barbie. And now we will be trying it on a Monster High Generation 3 doll. Alright, so here we have the results on a Monster High G3 doll, and I'm very pleased as well. I have to say that the proportions were a little bit more difficult than the ones that came from a standard Barbie doll, but the final result is pretty good. In fact, I wanted to try this one on Dracula. I know, I think the top parts could fit better on a standard body from Monster High G3 or even a tall one. But for this one in particular, it can also work pretty well, as what I did is basically tag both shirts having the scat on top. And I think it works. It works pretty well. Then the ears, again, they're just like that. They're not held by anything, so they fit perfectly. Um, Again, the blouse, it's a bit big, but in general, I think it would do. Um, this cat works really nice, in my opinion. Um, I think it does. And then the socks are actually a bit too tight for the the cuff that Dracula has, which I think it's probably like the same circumference that any other given one. It's just that she's shorter, but the calf circumference is going to be around, although you can just sort of like fit them there. And then the shoes do not fit, but you can just try the tip of them, like just a little bit, in such way that for picture purposes it kind of works perfectly, I would say. I mean, even though you cannot, like, they won't fall because they won't fall. They're so much tighter fit in here than with any given Barbie, but they cannot go all the way through. Although again, for pictures work perfectly, and I very much like the result. So I hope you've enjoyed this review and it's been helpful for you. And if so, well, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know what you think about it in the description or in the comment section down below, and I will be more than happy to get back to all your comments. For now, I hope you all stay safe, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye bye.